Hello and welcome to Healing Womanhood. I'm Saffron and this is our fourth and final week in our Radical Self-Love series. So being December, we've worked through some things to do with not belonging and any difficulties that might have sprung up from any gatherings that you might have had to go to. Obviously it's only December if you're watching this in real time. But our midwinters or midsummers if you're in the southern hemisphere can be challenging for some of us. So I don't know what kind of time that you've had so far. We're kind of between Christmas and New Year now in real time, but just in case it hasn't gone brilliantly, we're going to be sending some love to the inner victim today, and that can be a really tricky one. So this is the part of you that feels threatened by other people's behaviour, the part of you that feels like the world is out to get you. Maybe it's your family or your work colleagues or any group of people that you've had to spend time with recently that feels like they're out to get you. So we're going to begin by doing some tapping for this inner victim part of ourselves. And then, as with the other weeks in this series, we are going to go even deeper and more powerfully into that healing with a lovely guided meditation, which will just be exclusive to Patreon members. So if you are not there already, do head on over there. It is only £5 a month and there's so much amazing deep healing there. So just connecting into that part of you that might feel like a victim. And sometimes that can be really hard to admit, so acknowledging that too, because actually that's quite a judgy word. It can be quite a judgy word to say that you're being a victim. So acknowledging any resistance to accepting that maybe there is a part of you that feels that way. And when you've tuned into that and maybe the situations that bring up those feelings for you, we're going to begin tapping. So you just need to tap where I'm tapping and repeat what I'm saying. Even though a part of me feels like a victim. And another part of me is saying, hang on, no, I'm not a victim. Don't accuse me of that. That's okay. And I'm okay. And I choose to love and accept both of these parts fully and completely. Even though I felt like a victim this week, I feel like I've just been bullied from pillar to post. That's okay. And I choose to love and accept myself exactly as I am. Even though I've felt like they're all out to get me. And I just want to curl up and lick my wounds. And part of me feels embarrassed about that too. I choose to love and accept all of myself exactly as I am. A part of me feels like a victim. I feel like they're all out to get me. Like they've just been bullying me all week. And that's not fun at all. This victim part of me makes me feel like I have no control. Like I just have to take whatever life throws at me. Like I just have to take whatever they throw at me. This victim part of me. She just lets it all happen. And then goes off to lick her wounds. And there's a part of me that feels disgusted by that. This part of me that can't accept the victim part of me. This part of me that feels disgusted. This part wants me to stand up for myself. Stop being a victim. Tell them it's not okay. And this part of me is really unkind to that victim part. That victim part feels small and scared. That victim part feels out of control. I wonder how old that victim part might be. That part feels like a small child. A child that really didn't have any control. A child that really wasn't able to stand up for herself. She didn't have the power to do that. She didn't have the independence to do that. So of course she feels this way. Because she's still living in that time. A time when she wasn't in control. Of course she feels this way. Of course she feels like a victim. It's totally understandable. And recently I've felt like I am her and she is me. And maybe I could allow myself to separate a little bit. Maybe I can just step back a little bit from that small child part of me that feels like a victim. If I can unblend from her, maybe I can see her more clearly. Allowing myself to be the adult so that I can see and support this small part. Recognizing that I am not her. She's a part of me, not the whole of me. A part that's here to be loved and nurtured. A part that's here to be cared for. And I'm an adult now. So I'm ready to do that for her. Allowing her to see me as the adult that I am. Allowing her to know that she's now cared for. Allowing her to be aware that she's no longer the victim. Because I'm here to protect her. I'm here to see her and hear her. I'm here to allow her to tell her story. I'm here to hold her and hug her and tuck her in at night and let her know how special she is. This small victim part of me, giving us so much love now. all of the love that she ever needed in those times when she felt like a victim. And as I do this, allowing a little bit of my attention to turn to the part that felt disgusted. Noticing this part softening as it sees this small child. Recognizing that of course she felt that way. She was so little. No longer feeling disgusted. Feeling understanding and kind. All of this understanding for this victim part of me. Getting to know this part. Getting to know where she comes from. Learning to understand her so well. Because sometimes she takes over. Sometimes she takes the driving seat. In certain situations in my life. And the better I know her, the easier it will be to notice when that happens. Because she's so little. It's not safe for her to drive. So I'm ready to notice when she's doing that now. And take the wheel back. I'm the driver in my own life. She's allowed to come along with me. She's allowed to share her fears. And I'm asking her now to trust me to drive. No more taking the driver's seat. You don't have to do that anymore. I'm here to do that for you. Sending so much love to this little part. And recognizing that sometimes I feel a bit like a victim. And that's okay. Because that's just a part of me. And I also have this incredibly powerful adult part who's able to take charge in her own life, who's able to take the driver's seat, who's able to make her own decisions, who's able to stand up for herself, no longer being pushed around or feeling like a victim. Ready to step into my own power now. Ready to feel that power in every cell of my body. Ready to know that it's okay to say no. I'm allowing myself to say no. I'm practicing saying no. And it's okay that that victim part comes out now and again. It's so normal and so natural. And each time I will gently take back my power. My power is one of gentleness. Gentle but firm. allowing myself to say no, feeling strong and confident, in charge of my own life. And take a deep breath. I hope that felt really good. And remember, it is okay that that part pops up every so often. It takes a long time to learn to recognise that part, to step in when that part comes forward, to take back the steering wheel from that part. And it's okay to do that in a gentle and kind way, to just notice and go, oh, there she is again. That's okay. And speak to her. Don't push her away. That's what all of this month has been about. It's been about speaking to those parts, allowing those parts to speak to us, giving them space to express themselves, to express their worries. And then they don't feel the need to barge in and take the driving seat because they're heard and they're understood. So we're now going to do a lovely meditation. We're going to spend some time with that part and with any other parts that respond to that part. And we're just going to send her so much more love. It'll just take us a bit deeper into what we've just done, more powerful healing, lovely and relaxing. So I will see you there on the Patreon membership in just a moment. If you're not on the Patreon membership yet, the link is in the description. Head on over there now. There is so much good stuff there. See you soon. Bye bye.